Over there!
We can't let him get away!
Too late, fool! You will not escape! Us? What in the name of... Gary?
I'm sorry, okay? I hadn't prepped this part of the dungeon yet. I haven't had the time.
But you don't suffer from this, do you? For more than 2 years, you've helped us to enhance our tools, grow our map libraries, and given us a warm welcome in the community of map makers and game masters. We are honored to be part of this community, and all we can say is thank you.
Bring it on.
Hello and welcome everyone. It's Tuesday again, so it's another episode of our weekly community stream. My name is Till. I am one of the founders of DungeonFog, and I'm here to talk to you about the latest updates, things that are upcoming, and stuff that is happening mainly around the Battlemap Editor. But we will also today talk a little bit about the Project Deios updates that are coming. Hi Bodhi. Hello everyone. I hope you're having a great time. It's pretty hot here. And yeah, so summer has hit us quite hard here in Austria, which is amazing if you wouldn't spend the whole day in your dark little cavern doing testing. Good evening, Illyrion. So let's talk about the DungeonFog patch that is going to come tomorrow. Let's start with that one. So we did our best to make it happen before stream, but unfortunately we still had some minor issues that we wanted to tweak before we hand it out. So the new patch versus version, oh my god, 5.6.10 is going to hit the DungeonFog Battlemap Editor tomorrow, and it might be somewhere around noon tomorrow, which means for you who are in the US, once you get up and launch your PC, the update most likely will already be on your, will be delivered. But what is the update going to bring? So let's quickly tackle that. For those of you who have been watching the Welcome to the Madness from last Thursday, they already know what's coming. But for those of you who've missed the last stream, let's take a quick look. And for that, I'm going to switch. There you go. Okay. Quick audio test. Yes, looks fine. I'm slowly getting my stuff worked out here. Okay. So the big thing that also surprised me quite a bit, and we're going to talk a little bit about how this found its way into the recent patch. The big new thing is that you now have a completely new way to manage light sources in DungeonFog. So as you can see, we have some light sources here, and they are directional lighting. So you basically, what you do is when you create a new prop, let me just quickly pick one from my content subscriptions here and go for globe. There you go. Let's just take a regular light globe and let's place it here. So a regular prop does not emit light unless it is a light prop that has predefined light settings. By the way, we're currently on the test server, so whatever you're seeing right here right now is still on the test server and will be deployed tomorrow. So now we are going to enable the light source here. And as you can see, for all the light sources, you have neat little handlers now that will help you to do stuff. So first of all, you can adjust the radius of the light source, but just by dragging this handler. There is another handler in here, which we're going to talk about soon, and there is going to be one of the changes that we are applying tomorrow, there is a drag handler here that allows me to offset my light sources. So I could drag a light source away from the object that is emitting light. But unfortunately, it is now sitting in a way that you almost always accidentally drag the prop. Or if you want to drag the prop, drag the handler. So this little drag handler here, as you can see, this tomorrow you will find it here. So that is the only change that I cannot show because that will be implemented for tomorrow. So you have some of those new handles. You have High Forecaster, by the way. And this one is adjusting the direction, and we're going to see what that means, and the radius. This one here, when you take that and you start to drag it around, you can turn your light into a directional light. So into something that emits light into only one direction. And now suddenly this one makes sense, because now I can start to turn it into a specific direction. And I can define how far the light is cast. So what does this little bulb in here do? Well, that is a new addition that we've learned from our last Welcome to the Madness stream. That allows us to define oops, sorry. I think I should be able. I'm not sure. Oh no, I can't. Well, let's do it like that. Mask radius. Let's offset that a little bit here. Can I make a focused laser beam with it? I'm pretty sure you can. Like, you could do something like this. I'm not sure how far it goes. Let me see what happens if I do this. Well, yep, still a laser beam. Okay, so there should be this little thingy should be draggable too, but it's at the moment it's a little bit colliding with the inner drag area here. So what I can do is I can define an inner offset, something like this, and now the light is not being cast directly from within the light source, but with a little offset, and I can control that. Yeah, you can do whatever you like with it. So as you can see, I have played around and I have created some pretty neat headlights for this car here, and also using the new offset slider. For those of you who have been watching the stream last Thursday, this is just now one light source. This is just one light source that has been moved back a little bit and then has gotten a little offset. So you can you're quite versatile with this new feature. And again, this is the big thing that is going to hit the live service tomorrow. Yes, Forecaster is absolutely right. A laser would be parallel, and you can't do parallel lighting with that tool, but you can get very close to it. So how the hell did this tool this update find its way into the release anyhow? Because if you look at our roadmap, adjusting directional lighting was not even remotely on our roadmap. Well, the story behind that is quite simple. Our big task that Andy is usually working on, like I would say 95, probably 85% of the time, is the GM tools. And the GM tools are making good progress, but sometimes in development there is kind of a bottleneck where, for example, me in review or Bodhi when it comes to UX design still needs time to finish their tasks, and Andy suddenly starts to go on idle mode and he's like, what can I do? And that is always a perfect time for him to go through all the backlog stuff and evaluate whether or not a feature that was wished from you and that has found its way onto our wish list wouldn't be something that would be doable in the time between we can finish our stuff and Andy can continue working on the gem nodes. And fortunately, He picked that one, and it was, although it looks quite amazing, and I'm pretty sure it was very complicated to code, it didn't take him that long. So it was quite the perfect fit for something where he was waiting on us, and we were still finishing stuff. And that is how features like that suddenly find their way in, and even take me by surprise, because I didn't know about that. I was just before Thursday's stream, I was being pinged and PM'd, and I was like, hey, Till, look at that. Isn't that cool? And I was like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, it kind of happened by chance. So again, the thing is, we have quite an extensive backlog of all of the things that you suggest or give feedback. And we usually take the big ones and put them on the roadmap and prioritize them. But sometimes, luckily, there are those tiny little things that find their way into our, how do we call that, bottleneck idle times. And Andy then takes one of those tasks, and this is, I believe, this is just an amazing task. And it's almost a little bit shameful that we haven't picked that task earlier, but now it's there, and tomorrow it will be deployed, and you can play around with it. And I can't wait to get your feedback on the new lighting. Right, but that's not all. Let me quickly look at what is coming tomorrow as well. Well, as part of the ongoing server optimization, we have changed even more things on the way that the server is your editor is requesting stuff from the server. So there should be another boost to network speed, and especially we've optimized network traffic. That will hit the server tomorrow. There are some new shortcuts. Now, I'm really interested in testing them because I've never tested them before. So Ctrl-Shift-K toggles the light sources. So Ctrl-Shift-K toggles the light sources, and Ctrl-Shift-L toggles the layers. Very nice. And Ctrl-Shift-G opens the nodes tab if we need them. Okay, so that's a minor convenience change here. And then there are some bug fixes that will be deployed tomorrow as well. I'm not going to talk about them in details. They are rather minor bug fixes. And as always, take a look at our, let me quickly find that link for you, our changelog. So if you want to see what is happening, what's going on, what has been deployed recently, if you missed some of our updates, this is where you can find the whole changelog of everything that goes for the Battlemap Editor or Project Deios, the Deios Alpha development. So just have a look at that. Oh, there was another important one I wanted to mention specifically, and that is in the past, when you have uploaded your own custom assets and an asset with the same file name was already on the server, you couldn't upload the asset a second time. For example, if you used the asset once for a prop and you wanted to reuse it for a token, you weren't able to do that. We fixed that now with tomorrow's update, so you can upload the same file several times in different categories. You can't upload it twice because that wouldn't make any sense if you wanted to upload the same file twice as a prop, but you could upload it as a prop once and then as a token a second time, and it wouldn't give you an error message on that. Right, so that is what is coming tomorrow, and that is in regards to the Battlemap Editor. We have also just released today a new, I think three new asset packs to the marketplace from Keora. They are free. So there are sorry, that is terrible for a German. There are 3 new free packs available on the marketplace. Go check them out. There are 2 texture packs, one for sand and one for grass by Kiora. And there is also a free Riverwood asset pack, which is kind of a teaser for if you want to dabble around with the Riverwood asset pack, with the full Riverwood asset pack. The free asset pack is a compiled version of some of the assets, and if you want to go full, then you can purchase the full Riverwood asset pack on the marketplace. There is also going to be a new asset pack from Kiora being released tomorrow, which is purchasable, and that is the Restless Sands. So that is going to find its way onto the marketplace tomorrow as well. Going through my list. Wait, this is my beautiful list. I've scribbled it just on some random paper. Talking about the patch and the lighting, check. Right. Please be aware that there is not going to be a a welcome to the mapness stream. Welcome to the mappiness stream on Thursday, because it's, how is it called? It's the European Football Championship that is currently taking place, and Austria is playing on Thursday. So me and my family, we will be cheering at our Austrian soccer team, and we will be like, go, 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 don't lose, don't lose. Unfortunately, this collides with the regular Welcome to the Mapness stream, and it will not take place this Thursday, but I've checked the other, the rest of the schedule, of the football schedule, and I believe that is the only clash that we're looking at, because to be completely honest, I'm not sure how long Austria will stay in the competition, but we're going to cheer and hope that they will stay for as long as they can. So, last but not least, I'm pretty sure this week, although there is still, I've just had a quite extensive testing and review meeting with the Deios team today. If everything goes as planned, this week we will release the new patch to undo redo for Project Deios. But there is a slight chance that it gets shifted back again, because we've learned that the undo redo stacks are quite hard to catch all edge cases. So there are still some things that can cause the editor to crash, and there are still some things that are producing more undo stacks than they should do. And I don't want to hand out the patch until it is thoroughly tested. So we're keeping that one back as long as we still run into issues with testing before we release them. There is going to be on the 29th, by the end of this month, there's going to be a Mapping It Out, our regular developer stream about Project Deios, exclusively Project Deios, where we will then unpack all the details about this patch and the upcoming patches and the stuff that is happening here at the moment. But I just wanted to let you know that the undo redo patch is slowly getting in a state where we can say, okay, let's release it. We just need to make sure that we catch all those edge casey scenarios where you are combining brush strokes with landmass separation and then drag things around and scale them, and suddenly the undo redo stack gets confused. And we just want to make sure that that is fixed before we hand it out. So I believe what else is coming up? Let me quickly think. We've talked about the patch. We've the DungeonFog patch that's coming tomorrow, Wednesday. We've talked about the new marketplace items that have been released and will be released. We've talked about the Thursday stream that will take place. And we've tackled the undo redo, and I gave a little preview on that. So I don't know how I managed to squeeze all of that info into 20 minutes. But unless you don't have any specific questions to me for tonight, I think we're through actually. So while I'm playing around. Oh, nice. Forecaster says Fantasy Grounds have released the lighting update. By the way, that reminds me, the directional lighting is already prepped. So all the directional lighting information is in our DF2VTT export format included. We just need to make the Foundry updater, the import script that imports like the, how's it called, the module. The update, the import module needs an update, and we are going to push that to the Git, make a pull request for the new update. So I hope it's going to be implemented soon. And Forecaster, since you are the master of the Fantasy Grounds Unity integration, if you're interested, you can then tomorrow also take a look at how the df2vtt file takes directional lighting. Right. I see that the chat is basically silent tonight, which is totally fine. So if there aren't any more questions coming up. Oh, there's another question. Is the lighting possible in any color? Yes, it is. So my apologies, I was playing around on this map and there was actually a color filter applied. So I can take this light source and I can go in and make this a very greenish light. As you can see, this is actually really just affecting this directional light. If you want to combine that with the light source for this globe, you actually have to, at the moment, you have to duplicate that and make the second light source. Let's do something weird. Something like, oh, no, wait. Ah, right. It's not receiving light because I need to shift that into the inner circle. And I will, okay. Now it would be a glowing light source. Shall we sing? Yeah, we might do that. Please do. I'm not a really good singer, but if you want to, you can sing, and I will pretend that I can hear it, and I like it a lot. Okay. No, guys, I think I'm pretty happy if we end the stream earlier tonight, because honestly, I completely forgot to eat anything today. I was meeting, testing, meeting, and my pizza wasn't finished before the stream, so it's getting cold here next to me. And I will use the chance and have something to eat. There was one more question I saw there. On Humble, there is a map sale which includes assets for maps. Can I use those on DungeonFog? Yes, you can. You can if you grab asset packs wherever you get them from. I would highly recommend that you get them legally. But if you have them legally, you can upload them through the asset manager, which means here. When you go to, don't forget I'm on test server, so things might break here. But you go to my uploads and you just drag stuff here and it will be uploaded to your own prop collection. And if you have permission to share those assets, you can even make the map public and others can access the map with those assets. But that is, and we're prompting you for that, we're asking you, that requires you to know and give us the promise, the guarantee, the checkbox, the legal agreement that you are allowed to share those assets. Will the lighting work on movable props? Yes. Like if you want to move props around, of course. Oh, wait. So this is the one prop with the light source being moved around, and as you can see, it's still a little bit tricky. That's why we're fixing it for tomorrow. And this too, I think if you're talking about movable props in terms of animated props, well, animated props don't work in DungeonFog at the moment. So that would be a no to your question. Yeah, I think Illyrian is talking about animated things like flickering torches or fire. We don't have that in DungeonFog yet. So I unfortunately this would not work, but you can move stuff around. If you're thinking about something like a token, that would mean that you're placing a token. That token also can be a light source. So you can say that this token is casting light, which could actually be quite interesting if you would say that this token on a map that has absolutely zero state. Oh, sorry, I forgot to press enter. That actually would, if you would rotate the token and if you would move the token. There you go. I moved it again. I hate it. Okay. And if you would move the token, that actually would follow along as if it would be a torchlight. Okay, guys. I'm calling it a day. I'm going to enjoy my amazing, yummy pizza. And I wish you all the best. As always, have a great day. Have a great noon, evening, wherever you are. Thank you very much. We will see each other. Oh, we will for those of you who are German speaking, I am going to be a guest at Orkenspalte TV this Thursday when we will continue our adventure building session with the I completely blanked. I wanted to call the world Banaka, but that's not true. Where we're building the adventure with Orkenspalte TV, and it will be at 3 p.m. GMT +2, so 3 p.m. Vienna time, 3 p.m. Berlin. So if you want to join us there, you're more than welcome. But the Thursday stream, for my DungeonFog first Thursday stream in the evening, will not take place. So for everyone else, have a good day, happy map making, and see you next week. Bye.